Welcome friends on our YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss the point is there inventions in English language. Already we have studied the two parts and this is the part 3 that we are going to study, and we will see what are the new things that we are going to learn or we will get to learn from this video. So let's go. We will see what are the important points in this topic, that is about the English literature. So definitely this video also will help us to get more knowledge about English language. So definitely this will increase our knowledge. So let's go, we will start it. Who is called father of English in India? That is Thomas Babington. He is known, he is well known as a father of English in India because he played the important role to bring and to develop English language in India. Next is, who is the father of Sanskrit? Sanskrit is an ancient language. It is not only a language but it is a culture. So Sanskrit is the base, it is the root of India. The India is well known because of this language, and so it is important for us to know who is the father who invented, who developed, who spread the Sanskrit language, and that person is none other than Panini. So the Panini, he developed such a language in the 4th to 6th century. He was an ancient Sanskrit philologist, grammarian, and a revered scholar in ancient India. That's why he is the father. He developed, he invented such a language. So you can understand here. So that's why it is very ancient language for the India. Next is, what is the longest poem in the world? And that is Mahabharata. The scale of the Mahabharata is daunting. The ancient Indian epic stands as the longest poem ever written, about 10 times as long as the Iliad or the Odyssey combined. If we combine the Odyssey or Iliad 10 times, so whatever the length of the poem will be of these Iliad or Odyssey, so like that the Mahabharata has the longest poem in the world. It is divided into 18 adhyas, parts. Each part has the important and it gives a immense message about the life and about our duties. Next is, who is the woman poet of the world, and that is Annie Bradstreet. She was the first woman to be recognized as an accomplished New World poet. Her volume of poetry only means different parts, types. The 10th Muse lately sprung up in America. This volume, this part of the poetry, received considerable favorable attention when it was first published in London in 1650. Who are the famous poets of English literature in those periods? So Charles Bukowski, Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou, E. Cummings, Walt Whitman, Edgar Allan Poe, Robert Frost, Emily Dickinson. So these are the famous poets of English literature. Next is who were the best Indian poets. So we can see here Kabir, Ghalib. Ghalib is the Urdu poet. Kabir was Hindu poet there, and Ghalib was Urdu poet. Then Saint Mirabai. After that, Rabindranath Tagore and Sir Arvindo Ghosh. So these were the best Indian poets during that period. Next is who is the first writer in the world, and that is the Inheduanna, the person who is the first writer in the world. The world's first known author is widely considered to Inheduanna, a woman who lived in the 23rd century BCE in ancient the Mesopotamia, approximately 2285 to 2250 BC, means before Christ era, before the BCE, before the BC, so that is called the BC. So this is really a great and a long history for the English literature. Every country has played the important role to contribute to increase the wealth of English literature. So next is who is the father of drama in English literature, and that is called the Henrik Ibsen. Henrik Ibsen is famously known as the father of modern drama, and it is worth recognizing how literal an assessment that is he done, and that's why he is the father of English literature, and we can understand his contribution to develop the English literature, English language, and to develop the new way of presenting the drama, and that's why he is the father of drama in English literature. Next is who is the founder of drama. That is, we can see here who is the founder of drama. Aeschylus, a playwright, invented what we now call the drama when he wrote a play that featured two actors and the chorus, who symbolized the common people or sometimes the gods. Other important Greek playwrights were the Sophocles and Euripides. Along with them, this Aeschylus was a great founder of the drama, and at the beginning he started the drama with some characters. Two characters were in his drama and some chorus, and he was using the theme of the common peoples. Sometimes the theme was about gods, and day by day he developed different ways in this drama. Next is what is the origin of English drama. So in England, drama had a distinctly religious origin from the church as a part of the services. See, drama had developed, or the origin of the drama is the church. From the church, the drama was developed because in drama, the themes were regarding the religion in those days. Apart from its origin, the Latin Church had condemned Roman theatre for many reasons. The earlier plays were given inside the church. The story were written by the clergy and performed by the clergy using Latin languages. Clergy means the holy peoples were there. So these peoples were using, they were, means they had, they used to write the dramas and they were playing the important role in that. Next is who invented the novels in English literature. So we can understand here Ian Watt, author Ian Watt, and many others for that matter usually credit Daniel Defoe as being the author of the first English novel. And we know very well that Ian Watt he invented the novels in English literature, and when he invented, after that, the first person, that is the Daniel Defoe, who wrote the great English novel. So in next point we will be see what is the name of such a great English novel. So that will be helpful for understand. And the first novel is usually credited to be Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe is the name of the first novel, the novel which was published in 1719, and it was a great creditable novel which helped the important guideline of the Iron Vat. So we can understand here Iron Vat is the playing important role in developing the novels in English literature. Then we can understand here who is the founder of English novel. Henry Fielding, the author of English novel. Henry Fielding, he was born in April 22nd, 1707 at Sharfan Park, Somerset in England, and he was died on October 8, 1754 at Lisbon in England. So the author of the English novel was Henry Fielding. He was a novelist and playwright who, with the Samuel Richardson, is considered as a founder of English novel. So the Henry Fielding, he had played a very important role like the Samuel Richardson. These peoples had played the important, and Richardson was the great person who developed the ways of studying the novel, presenting the novel. He had presented the novel in different ways, in different themes. That's why he is a well-known person for the English novel. Who invented novels? The Miguel de Cervantes. Miguel de Cervantes, the author of Don Quixote, the first part of which was published in 1605, is frequently cited as the first significant European novelist of the modern era. So these are the important ways where these great persons have played the important role. When did English novel start? The English novel has generally been seen as beginning with the Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe, which was published in 1719, and Moll Flanders 1722. Though John Bunyan's The Pilgrim's Progress, which was published in 1678, and Afra Behan's Orinoco, which was published in 1680, are also the contenders, while earlier work such as Sir Thomas Malory's Morte d'Arthur, these were the great novels, but the most important or very famous novel in those days was Robinson Crusoe. Because of this novel, the Robinson Crusoe, the part of literature, that is the novel, it got shape, the quality, the importance in those days. What the novel should be exactly, that is the great example is the Robinson Crusoe. Who is the father of historical novels in English literature? That is the Walter Scott. Walter Scott is the father of historical novel in English literature. Who dominated poetry in the 15th century? The person who has dominated the poetry, so that is the Chaucer. Beowulf is the oldest surviving Germanic epic. Beowulf is the name of the German epic and the longest Old English poem. It was likely composed between 700 and 750. Other great works of Old English poetry include The Wanderer, The Seafarer, The Battle of Maldon, and The Dream of the Rood. These are the great examples of Old English poetry. Next is, which novel is a very shortest novel in English literature? Before this, we have studied which is the longest poem, longest drama, longest or stories or novels are there. Now this is the shortest novel, that is the Northanger Abbey is the name of such a novel. Northanger Abbey being the shortest novel of the Jane Austen's. Its loves is story is very important here to play. Next is, what are the branches of English literature? So we can see here. See, this is the picture of tree that we know very well. But in the figurative way, if we say, so this is not the tree, this is the literature, this is English literature itself. And you see, it has a branches. So those are not the branches of the tree, those are the branches of English literature. So now we will see what are the branches of English literature. So the first branch of the English literature is drama. The second branch of English literature is poetry. Next branch of English literature is novel. Afterwards, the branch of English literature that is fiction, and the next branch of English literature is short stories. So these are the branches of English literature. The whole English literature depends on these parts, these branches. So these branches help the literature to flourish, to nourish, to get such a standard level in the life of the human being. As Hindi literature, Marathi literature, or every language has its own literature. Like that, English language has its own literature, and that literature has this kind of the branches, and these branches supporting the language to become great. What are the types of English poetry? This is really very important topic, especially for the teachers and for the students. Those are teaching the English language, those are learning the English language. When we are going to study the poem, when we study the poem, when we listen the poem, we should know what type of the poem it is. What is the theme? What is the meaning of the poem, that we should know. So we will see here, the first type of the poem is sonnet. Second type of the poem is ballad, then epic, then lyrics, afterwards humorous, then limerick, after that is ode, then elegy, and free verse. And if you want to know the detailed information of all these types of the poems, so you can visit to our YouTube channel, and also you can study how to study a poem part 1. In that you will get the detailed information about all these types of the poem. I will send, or I will give the description, I will give the link in the description. So from there you will study what are the types of the poems. In detail you will get the information about this. So don't forget to see what are the types of English literature in detail. I will give the link in description. So in this way, this is the third part in which we learned many important points, so that would definitely increase our knowledge. And I'm very happy here that you are staying with me and also you are supporting to make a new videos for you. But you don't forget to subscribe the channel, like, comment and share, so because of that other people so will know and they will understand, and also it will be helpful for them to get the knowledge about the English language.